Cody Airport takes action as United delays plague Western travelers. This past week has been rough for those flying on United Airlines throughout the country. Cody has also been affected by the technical glitch that occurred on August 6th, which caused the airline to request ground stops and cause delays. This is not helpful when Cody currently relies on one airline for air service. Yellowstone Regional Airport and CYAIR are working diligently to invite another airline to service Cody. In a previous article, we discussed Denver's issues. In this article, we will discuss in more detail how Denver's problems affect travelers to Cody. While it won't help if you're stuck due to the issues, it can help to better understand them and know that people are working to turn things around. Bill Tomich, an air service and marketing consultant working with YRA and other airports, has investigated the reasons behind the delays. In his July 9th presentation to the board, he said, "This is a very big problem way beyond Cody. The connecting flights have been problematic for Cody, Billings, and other non-hub airports throughout the West." As he investigated the numbers, he discovered May flights into Cody had a 97% completion rate, but were only on time 66% of the time. June was about the same, with a 96% completion rate, and 72% of the flights were on time. July came in with rates of 98% for completion, with 74.6% on time. These numbers show changes are helping. The numbers also reflect United's focus on completion rather than on-time rates. This industry strategy is to delay flights as needed to ensure connections are made. Your day is off if you arrive on time, but can't catch a connecting flight. In looking at the numbers for the state, Cody is seeing better on-time rates than most other airports. Also, the 5:15 flight had 0 delays in July and only 4 delays this year. Earlier this year, representatives high in United's operations planned to meet in Aspen, Colorado to discuss the delays and other challenging issues United faces. Ironically, the flight the representatives were on was delayed by 3 hours, then canceled. They eventually flew into Eagle and drove to Aspen for the meeting to address regional issues. Their flight out also encountered problems. Needless to say, United is well versed in delay issues and is actively seeking solutions. Over the past few years, they've focused on resolving issues at Newark's airport hub. With that now complete, their attention turns to problems in Denver. Denver International Airport creating snarls. The weather is one factor that has plagued Denver International Airport for years. The typical summer afternoon showers that move into the Denver area on a near-daily basis create microbursts that cause evacuations of the ramp, causing delays at DIA. Those delays ripple down into smaller airports, YRA included. In addition, more construction is happening across DIA's entire airfield than in the airport's 30-year history. This construction causes excessive taxi time for aircraft both in and out. It also affects the amount of runway available, which means an increase in the required spacing between arriving aircraft. If that wasn't enough, DIA also faces a shortage of air traffic controllers. Metering delays and growth. The Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, imposes metering delays when the airspace and/or airport capacity is reached. In these situations, the air traffic controllers create delays to keep planes separated and everyone safe. However, that slows everything down further. Denver currently sees 3 ATC meter delays daily, while Salt Lake sees 3 yearly. Adding more salt to the wound, Denver is experiencing record capacity. United has experienced growth, as has Southwest Airlines. Southwest now has a connecting bank of flights on top of United's. Airlines bank flights, scheduling flights close together, to optimize connections and efficiency. In an ideal situation, that works. However, congestion can occur when 2 airlines schedule on top of each other. The result causes even more issues for air traffic controllers. Solutions to the air traffic delays. In his report to the board, Tomich said that United is keenly aware that the delays are a very big problem affecting their entire network. Because of this, Denver is now the primary focus of its 7 hubs. To begin addressing the tangle of issues, they are adjusting their schedule to avoid peak banking times. This will help reduce the susceptibility to ATC metering delays. Currently, United delays entire flight banks to preserve passengers' connections. That focus can cause overnight delays, which sometimes cause a late start to ensure the crews have the required rest time. YRA helping passengers. With all the delays backing up passengers in Cody, Aaron Buck, director of YRA, talks with SkyWest about getting the larger planes in, the CRJ-700 and E-175. Both have a larger capacity than the regular planes United uses for Cody and can free up the bottleneck. Aaron continuously monitors this and makes requests to SkyWest when needed. When passengers are stranded, Cody Shuttle provides transportation. They have a van dedicated solely to this task daily and can reroute passengers as needed. In addition, YRA and CYAIR continue to negotiate to bring in other airlines and destinations. A second airline, multiple destinations, and larger planes are the long-term solution for Cody. Yet each of these factors will take time to implement. YRA and CYAIR attend Airline Rendezvous in Jackson. Last week, Yellowstone Regional Airport and CYAIR attended the Jackson Hole Air Improvement Resources Yearly Airline Rendezvous in Jackson. JH-AIR invites airlines that service the Jackson Hole Airport and others to experience the area and discuss the state of the airline industry. JH-AIR was gracious enough to invite other airport directors in Wyoming and allow them to bring another local representative. Aaron Buck, Executive Director of Yellowstone Regional Airport, attended the event with Cody Yellowstone Air Improvement Resources Treasurer and Executive Director for the Cody Chamber of Commerce, Jennifer Thoma. JH-AIR is similar to CYAIR and Cody. Both nonprofits work as a fundraising arm and advocate for stronger airline service for their respective airports. During the days of the event, there are several state meetings. In the evenings, there is time to mingle before the dinner meetings. The airlines, Delta Airlines, SkyWest Airlines, and United Airlines, Wyoming Department of Transportation, Wyoming Aeronautics, and the Wyoming Airports Coalition present reports to the Air Transportation Liaison Committee for the state. Governor Gordon also gave a speech thanking United Airlines for their strong support of our air travel throughout Wyoming. JH-AIR also provides opportunities, mainly for the airline representatives, to experience the area through various excursions, kayaking, tours, hiking, horseback riding, and so on. Meeting directly with airline representatives allows us to communicate the strong demand for air service in our region, added Aaron Buck, director of Yellowstone Regional Airport. We are optimistic about the potential for new routes and improved service that will benefit residents, visitors, and businesses throughout the Bighorn Basin. United Airlines. When asked about potential new routes, Buck said that United is considering expanding in Cody with a flight to Chicago. In its presentation, United Airlines focused on the customer experience and plans to improve that experience. United also touted having the best fleet and said it had the most planes to increase future growth. United currently serves 52% of the airline seats in Wyoming. SkyWest Airlines. SkyWest returned to Cody on June 1, 2024. This was a significant step forward in giving Cody possible future access to destinations beyond Denver. SkyWest partners with United Airlines, Delta Airlines, American Airlines, and Alaska Airlines, which utilize hubs other than Denver. This opened the door to different destinations while retaining our Denver flights. In the meeting, SkyWest reported that, other than Jackson Hole, they provide all airline service in Wyoming. They also have the greatest number of orders for larger aircraft, which will make their flights more reliable in a more diverse set of weather conditions. Delta Airlines. Delta Airlines expressed an interest in expanding to markets they previously left, but did not give a timeline. They would logically include Cody. While this meeting did not allow for formal interactions between Buck and the airlines, there were opportunities to visit. Buck is hopeful that deeper discussions can occur in the future. MRG needed. With the whole process of working to bring in another airline, CYAIR is already looking at how to fund the minimum revenue guarantee for another airline. These funds are available to guarantee that expanding into a market like Cody won't be a financial risk for them. Each flight in or out, such as the 1 p.m. flight, must fill a certain number of seats each quarter. The MRG funds are used if the average for the quarter drops below the agreed level. As discussed in an earlier article, MRGs cannot be provided by the airport itself, thus making CYAIR an important puzzle piece. Air service is essential to the economic vitality and accessibility of Northwest Wyoming, said Thoma. This event was an invaluable opportunity to share Cody's story, build relationships, and explore ways to strengthen our partnerships and future air service offerings. The 3 acres in front of Ascension Aviation, Choice Aviation, and Cody Coffee may become Cody's newest fuel station, with an island aimed at smaller vehicles and another island for trucks and RVs. This fuel station would potentially bring in $20,000 to $30,000 per year in rent, which could offset the need for Yellowstone Regional Airport to approach the city and county for continuing funding. This land has been available for development for years, but no apparent interest has been shown in it. Eric Reichert of Essential Fuels first presented plans at the April YRA board meeting. He recently submitted a letter of intent for the fuel station, which was accepted by the board at its last meeting. Accepting this letter of intent means no other proposals can be considered for the 3 acres in question and will be binding until April 30th. Accepting the letter of intent by the YRA board allows further exploration of the proposal's feasibility. They will need to see if the FAA will allow it on that property, and the design must be approved by WYDOT, the Wyoming Department of Transportation. In addition, the City of Cody Planning and Zoning must also review and approve the project, says Aaron Buck, YRA Director. Fuel station or truck stop. Other proposals have been made in the past for full truck stops that would have encompassed 10 acres of land by the airport. Those proposals did not proceed due to Federal Aviation Administration requirements. The land for those proposals has now been filled by hangars built by Yellowstone Regional Airport. Essential Fuels plans to build a fuel station instead of a truck stop. With a different and smaller location than previous proposals, the approval from multiple agencies might happen this time. Essential Fuels is based in Scottsbluff, Nebraska, and operates a station in Bridger, Montana, a truck stop in Torrington, Wyoming, among others in Nebraska. Essential Fuels owner, Aaron Reichert, defines a truck stop as offering showers, a restaurant, and overnight parking. The intended fuel station will have a convenience store with a few tables. Aaron Buck, Yellowstone Regional Airport Director, said there would be no changes to the current overnight parking rules for the property. However, when initially presenting the concept to the board in April, there were discussions about allowing trucks to overnight on the dirt area where the old Armory building used to sit, across the entrance road from where the fuel station is proposed. That expansion has been dismissed by the board. Currently, occasional trucks overnight along the various spots near the Beck Lake Water Complex along U.S. Highway 14, the Grable Highway. With the addition of the fuel station, they could more likely choose to stay on the fuel station property. The closer proximity increases safety concerns from tenants including airplane owners, the FBOs, Fixed Based Operations, Ascension Aviation, and Beacon Aviation, and the SASO, Specialized Aviation Service Operators, Choice Aviation. The board took this feedback seriously and discussed it with law enforcement. They responded that they felt it would actually increase security, as there would be more cameras and an easy place for officers to stop for a break. Law enforcement also has not seen any problems with trucks overnighting in that area. Becoming self-sustaining. During the recent board meeting, Mayor Ryder mentioned the need for the airport to become more self-sustaining. At the moment, the airport receives subsidies from the federal, state, and local levels. Lowering the need for local tax dollars is a sound fiscal decision for the community, which is why the offer by Essential Fuels was considered. Yellowstone Regional Airport is a vital resource for the sustainability of our local economy. We are fortunate to have this first-class essential air service in our community and support the YRA Board's efforts to optimize operations. Should the proposed fuel station become a reality, it will be another brick in the pathway to financial independence. With adjustments to recognize the concerns of the tenants, I encourage this and other well-managed users of the property around the airport to achieve long-term sustainability for the future of the airport, says Mayor Ryder. There are also other lots available for development, many to the east of the Yellowstone Regional Airport entrance. To learn more about the requirements for developing property around the airport, contact Aaron Buck at 307-587-5096.